What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're back here in the garage with another Road Glide ST update. Now, I'm going to try to make this video short and sweet and get right to the point. The M8 that's been out since 2017 with the 107 cubic inch motor, they have been known to run really hot. And I know just from my personal experience on my 19 Road Glide that the M8 definitely runs hot, especially if you get in traffic or if you do anything extra to the bike, put a cam in it, do any other motor work to it, big bore kits, etc. The M8 definitely gets hot, and you really have to be careful about oil sumping issues and really watching your temps on these M8s because they are so temperamental. Now, with that being said, Harley offers this right here, Milwaukee 8 oil cooler fan, and this is a plug-and-play installation that we're getting ready to install here on the ST today. Now, I do have this oil cooler fan on my 19 Road Glide. I never made a video on it. I actually installed it down in Daytona last year when I was down there for Bike Week because it was so hot. It is an OEM Harley part, so you can get it at any Harley dealer or order it online. I will leave a link in the description below on where you guys can get it. Now, this fan is thermostat controlled, so it automatically kicks on when the bike gets hot. I'm not quite sure what temperature it does kick on at, but it definitely helps. I heard it kick on when I was in stop and go traffic when I was in Florida, and obviously even here in Michigan when the bike got hot, whether I was running it at the track or just running it hard on the street. I come to a stop and you can hear the fan running. That being said, we're going to go ahead and install the oil cooler fan kit on the ST today, and basically I'm going to show you guys how to install it. And then also with this fan kit, you have to have an authorized Harley dealer flash the bike for it to turn on. So after we get the fan installed on the ST, we're going to load it up in my trailer and take it over to Ray C's Harley in Lapeer, Michigan. And our friends over there are going to plug into the bike and flash that for us. They're also going to do the CVO flash for us as well, where you don't need your 4-clock ignition. To turn the ignition on, you just go up here and hit this, like my bike, and it automatically turns on. So we're going to have them flash that as well while it's there. It's the same computer system that they use to flash the oil cooler fan kit. So we're going to have them flash that while it's there as well. So the first step here, you're going to want to take this plastic cover off of the oil cooler. It basically just snaps on. This shroud comes off, and Harley does make a painted chin spoiler, and they also make the fangs, you know, like the CVOs have on them, basically to replace this ugly flat black piece. And actually I did order the painted chin spoiler in gunship gray for this bike. It's just not in yet, so we're not going to be able to install that today. But I just wanted to throw that in there. You can order that from the Harley dealer as well. If you don't like this flat black shroud piece, you can get a color matched one right from the Harley dealer, right from the catalog. So make sure you guys check that out if you're interested. But yeah, there we have it. There's the oil cooler. I don't know if you guys can see on the camera or not, but there's two T27 Torx bit bolts. Should be in the same spot here. Right there. So we're going to go ahead and take those off. Basically, this whole oil cooler moves forward, and then you'll be able to put the fan on the back of it. Obviously, the fan mounts to the back of the oil cooler, so you can't see it. And we'll go ahead and button it all back up. All right, guys, so here's the fan. As you can see, it's made out of like composite, and then it's got like an aluminum or steel fan on it. Obviously, Harley doesn't make the fan. This company called Spal does. But anyway, as you can see here, it's going to be a snap, plug, and play design. Super easy to install, guys. If you guys, want to add this to your bike, it really takes no skill to install this. All you need is a T27 Torx bit, and you can install this no problem. There's already a lead coming off the bike. The connector coming off the bike will plug right into this connector, and I'll show you guys that here in just a second. Once I pull the oil cooler off the bike, you'll be able to see the connector right behind there. So we're going to go ahead and pull that off, snap the fan on, plug it in, and that part's going to be done. So I just went ahead and plugged it in real quick. I'll show you guys under here. It might be hard to see, but you can see the connector. The male connector is already on the bike from the factory, and then the female connector coming off the fan just plugs right into it, as you can see here. It has a little plug here that you remove from the factory, and then you literally just plug the fan right into that spot there. So what I did was I just plugged it in real quick and let the fan hang here for just a second while we test this. Alright guys, so we just figured out how to flash the fan without taking it to the dealership. If you guys have a DynoJet Power Vision, which is what we have here for this bike, you're not going to need to take the bike to the dealership to get the oil cooler fan flashed. I saw a post on Fuel Moto's Facebook page that said that you can now toggle on the oil cooler fan with your power vision instead of having to take it to a dealership and having them do it. I was able to turn the oil cooler fan on, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it if you guys have a power vision. So let's explain to them how to turn the oil cooler fan on using your power vision. So first things first, you're going to want to plug it in into your DLC cable and turn the ignition on so you have power. So not only do you turn the ignition on, make sure you click that on, okay? So then your power vision is going to start up, and you're going to go to quick tune, and then it's going to read the vehicle info, and then you're going to want to go to configure to, and as you can see here, all these different check boxes. Well, since we just did it, it's already checked. Oh, there's a glare. So since we just did it, it's already checked, but you can see on the bottom left there, oil cooler fan. You want to hit that, hit check, and then it'll write to the computer. Once it's completed, you go ahead and turn it all off. Wait 10 seconds, and then turn it all back on. And then to test and make sure that the fan works, you go ahead and twist the throttle for 4 seconds. And as you can hear down here, the fan is on. And that's how you program. Oh, and then to turn it off, you would just twist the throttle for another 4 seconds, and it shuts right off. So that's how you program the oil cooler fan kit using your Power Vision tuner. But if you don't have a Power Vision tuner, you're not going to be able to do this to your bike. And just like that, the fan clips onto the back of the oil cooler, as you guys can see. And then you bolt it right back up in its position using the T27 bolts. So now you're going to go ahead and plug your connector in, just like this. I don't know if you guys can see in the video, it's kind of dark in there. Just like that. Now you're going to go ahead and bolt everything back up, and it's done. Alright, so now that everything's bolted back up, your oil cooler bolts are back in, you're ready to put on your shroud, and that's basically going to do it for the install. Alright guys, so now that it's all done and everything's bolted up and put back together, we're going to go ahead and test it one more time, make sure everything's working. Let's go ahead and turn the ignition on, let it run through its checks, and then go over here, turn it to the run position, and then you're going to go ahead and give it full throttle for 4 seconds. Well, I hear the fan. We did something right. YouTube certified, baby. And then to turn it off, you floor it for 4 more seconds, and it's off. And that's gonna do it. If you guys watched my last video on the ST, you know that I put the Custom Dynamics Turn Signal Eliminator Kit on there. And at the time when I did it, I didn't have the Custom Dynamics filler lights in there, but now I do. And as you can see, the clear smoked lens matches the taillight on the ST, and I think they fill the back end of this bike up real good. Now, I can't wait till we get these ugly stock exhausts off the bike and get the 2-into-1 pipe on there. And I'm not going to tell you guys what pipe we went with just yet, so stay tuned for the next video. There's a lot of content coming with the ST, but I just wanted to show you guys that I did get the filler lights in there from Custom Dynamics. I'll put a link in the description below on where you can get those as well. Another thing I did while you guys were gone is I got these really nice diamond stitch bag liners, actually off Amazon. They were like $77, and I'll put a link in the description below for them. I know a lot of companies make them anywhere from $100 to $300 for some leather diamond stitched bag liners, and I found these for $77 and they fit really nice. They're basically just velcroed in here and they form to the saddlebag just fine, and there's no gaps or anything, and they actually fit really nice. So I'll leave a link in the description below on where to get these as well. Like I said, they were off Amazon and they're super cheap compared to all the other companies that make diamond stitch bag liners. So you guys are going to want to check that out. Especially if you go with like a diamond stitch seat, they definitely go well with that. And who wants their stuff banging around in plastic saddlebags? You definitely want these nice thick. Like I said, I mean, they're thick too. Really nice quality, guys. Check that out. Absolutely digging those. Might have to get those for my bike. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys all the things I do to this bike, including all the motor work we're about to do to it. Still got to put the T-bars on it, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, big motor plans coming for this bike that I have not featured yet on the channel. So I'm very excited to see how these parts do with the bike, with the 117, and see what kind of numbers it pulls on the dyno. So lots of content coming for the ST, guys. You're not going to want to miss it, so stay tuned. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate all your support on the channel. I wasn't lying, guys, when I said I'm back and I'm better than ever. I'm rejuvenated. Can't wait till we dive into my bike. Getting ready to tear that down next week. So stay tuned for those videos to come on that. You guys are going to be shocked on what I'm doing to this guy right here. So not going to want to miss that. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.